All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our seminar today. So my name is Baitong.
And my name is Pear. We are an architecture student from SOAD, and welcome to our seminar.
Yeah, we are so excited to share this talk with you guys and with our guest.
Me
So let
too.
us introduce our team. Um, so today, me and Pear, we are going to be the MC for you guys.
And then we have เพียงขวัญบุษบาพลอยพิมพ์บุษยามาศดลชนัยนัทพัฒน์ and Distri as our team member for today.
Right, and what we are going to show you today.
So do you know what is our topic for today, Tong?
Yeah, I know. And I guess our audience is already know by the upper left corner, which is the influence of art on mental health. Do you have any idea about this topic, Pear?
Yes, for me as a design student, I really think that art does have a big impact on our mental health. Either it will make us healthier or worse, depending on how each person would perceive it. What about you, Thong? Do you think that art influences mental health?
Yeah, well, I do. For me, the impact of art on mental health is really important. And also like self-compassion for people who still struggle with these issues. The reason we are bringing this topic to show you guys today is that we want to share an experience of those who are working in art and design field, also help to discover the workforce under pressure in this area.
But I think like in art terms, there are also some differences between art and architecture, right? So that's
Yeah.
why we are bringing two guests for you guys today. That one will talk about the influence of art on mental health, and another one will talk more about the influence of art in like architecture term on mental health.
Right, yeah. Okay,
So let's see our
let's
guests.
go.
Hello, guys.
Hi, so here is our first guest. So let me introduce Miss Prapavi Vaitianon or Peter. Thank you so much for your time for today, Peter.
Thank you for having me.
So she is an freelance art director in film production, and she suffered depression disorder while studying, and we hope that she'll be able to share that hard time with us today. And also, Peter will suggest us to a mental health treatment that is suitable during study time, which will be helpful for us in the case of that. She will be talking with us under the topic of personal experience and the nature of the illness. So let's begin.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank you guys, to bring this up because I think it's really important to talk like about this mental health topic, especially openly having a conversation in mental health. And today's topic is influence of art on mental health, right? So firstly, I would like to talk about my personal experience first and how I overcome it. So I was diagnosed with depression since I guess 2017, around 5 to 6 years ago, when I was in university when I was a student. In the beginning, I was have pretty normal life in my uni, and after that, I got a subtle symptoms about I start feeling too tired all the time, and I don't want to socialize, and feeling unappetite because like I feel like everybody feeling that, and I feel normal to have that feeling of the symptoms, so I don't think about it that much. So after I observe myself, the feeling become more concerning, and I start to have intrusive thought, and I think it's a red flag for that because like uh, the intrusive thought, it's stuck in my mind and I couldn't stop thinking about it at all, and it start to affect my everyday life. And I think it's really important to observe yourself, because like I know that everybody has feeling that you want to give up and stuff, but when it start to change your behavior and when it start to affect your everyday life, I think it's a good time to check in with yourself and get professional help if needed. Yeah, that's roughly my background. And after I feeling something like that, I get professional help. I start to tell my close friend first, and then I start to tell my family and get some professional help. After I on medication for around 2 years, I getting better. Now I feeling like I understand myself a lot better, and I sometimes I still struggling with mental illness, but now I feel like I overcome that feeling of like self-doubt and everything like that. So after know about my background, I would like to talk about how art influence mentality, because like it's really broad topic. So today I want to talk about 3 things today that I would like to talk about. First thing is university. So why university? Why the education system affect mental health? Not especially in art topic, but I think university is a reason that the reason that I mentioned university is because I think the higher level of education always come with the higher expectation of like achievement or like outcome and like in academic goals. So I think the educational system it's really affect mental health, that the feeling that you need to keep up all the time, and sometimes if you can't keep up you feel left out. And I think it would be great if the system have some support for uh, that student that feel left out. It would be good. Feeling of left out in the university leading to next topic, which is imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? I would say imposter syndrome, it's according to Harvard Business Review, it's defined as doubting your abilities to do something. So uh, if you have a higher achievement, like if you are a perfectionist, I think you will suffer a lot of imposter syndrome. And I write the consequence of competitive and comparative environment, uh, because in the university we have a lot of a competitive and comparative environment that the student always feeling like you will never good enough, you will like never good at something that you study in, and that cause a lot of effect on your mental health, because you do your best and you feel like you will be never good enough. And I have a lot of this conversation when I study as well. So a lot of people feel like they will never good enough in this system. I think university experience is about something that you discover. It's about managing your time, and it's about what you're good at, know what you're good at, and know what you're not so good at. So you don't need to be perfect at every subject or anything. So yeah, and next topic is, I think the foundation of that feeling it's come from toxic and misunderstanding in work culture. Personally, I think hard work is not efficient. It's not equal as efficient work, because I think all of that come from like toxic working environment. Like you need to work hard in terms to be like a good student or a good employee, but I don't think it's not working like that, because you're gonna be burned out if you work hard repeatedly. And I think uh, it's about how you manage your time and not falling into the same loop, like to be work hard So in conclusion, I think mental health is everyone's matter, and I think taking care of your mental health as it's as important as your physical health. Because like if you don't take care of your physical health, you will not function as well, right? And I think taking care of your mental health as well, it's not about mental illness anymore. It's about everybody taking good care to make your mind function, to make your day function. So I think it's really important that people understand their own feelings, and it's okay to be sad or cry because you express your feeling and you process your feeling during that's emotion. So I think it's normal to talk about this topic and have the conversation with someone who suffer with mental illness and make it like normalize the topic of talking about mental illness. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Ka.
Thank you, Peter.
I hope you got something.
Yeah. So, shall we go to like the Q&A?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the first question is, does your current job affect your mental health, and how do you deal with it?
So my current job is I just quit my 9 to 5 job. So now I'm working as a freelance, so I can take control of my life more. I don't think my current job is affect my mental health as much, because I can adapt myself and I know my limit, like how much pressure that I can take. So it's good thing that you could be able to control like your time slot to match mental health. I think it's really nice, like take that I can take my free time if I and I think it's a good thing that you know how much pressure that you can get, so you're not burned out or anything. Yeah.
Okay, that's a really good thing to hear. So, the next question is, do any of your works have anything to do with psychotherapy? And if it has, if you work on that project, what type of project did you work on?
Okay, about psychotherapy, I think it's really nice. Like it's really important, like to like give it into the design work, because like it would be helpful for like others and maybe do a campaign and stuff. Me personally, I haven't worked with like psychotherapy or give like that topic into my design work, but it would be a good opportunity to have working and raise awareness about psychotherapy. Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, do you have any advice for people who are struggling with mental illness?
For me, I think I know that everybody personal experience is different. It's not like me. It's not gonna be like a good experience. It's gonna be suffer a lot up and down, and you can't tell someone. I I would say if you can get professional help, please get professional help, because like it's about hormone and like chemical in your brain. So I think medication would help with that. But if you in the place that you could not get like professional help, or maybe because you are struggle with financial or something like that, I would say please tell somebody like that you trust, and please express your feeling out to like let somebody know, because like that feeling, if you keep it within yourself, it's gonna turn something not quite good, because I would say it's gonna make you more suffered, like rather than tell somebody. Yeah, so like share with someone that you trust. It would be great if you can get personal help.
Yeah, thank you. Like your advice is really helpful for us as a design student. So thank you so much for your answer, and thank you again for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ka.
Bye.
Okay, so our next guest is Mr. Pakaton Chamnankit, or we normally know him as Pikang, as faculties. So, well, Pikang, thank you so much for being here today. So let me introduce you guys about Pikang for a little bit. He is working as a landscape architect at Shima Company Limited. And today, Pikang will walk us through his own experience under the topic of the transition of mental health from school to work, which is related to our topic, the influence of art on mental health. Also, because he just recently graduated last year and he has freshly experience in both studying field and working field. So we are so honored to have you here, and well, the floor is all yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for inviting me today. Today I'm gonna talk about the influence of art on mental health and share some of my experience that I have been through for the almost a years after I graduated. Okay. Okay. Let's start about the mental health. Why mental health is matters. Um, as you know, we live in the turbulent time as a compact by the COVID-19 pandemic. The issue of mental health is not relevant, but it's crucial in this period. This year, many people have faced serious challenge to their mental health, along with the health impact and disease. COVID-19 has led to self and social isolation, disconnection from friends, from family, quarantine and lockdown on smooth, resulting in more people than ever experience feeling of helplessness. Uh, I totally understand what the final year students are experiencing, um, a lot of panic and uncertainty what is come to their employment prospect as they will be graduating during the coronavirus pandemic. Back at the time, I was faced a lot of neil when I'm nearing to graduate. I felt a lot of infections still get higher and higher every day, while lots constantly change through mutation and sometimes this mutation result in a new variant of a virus, right? And some company are closing their office or reduce the number of employee. So every new is affect to our mental health or lets me feel so down back then, right? And before the COVID, university life is the most memorable and charming time at the university life. Students are able to be responsible and sensible person. This is the main state of your personal grooming as compared to school and college, right? There is also a freedom of action for the student from similar comparatively school and college. This is because after successful completion of university is mostly students um, know that they will further go to the professional life. So the sensible university life lead to the professional life for them. And as you know, our faculty have a lot of activity happen in every year or every month. Um, every activity can help relax after we study so hard and work so hard, right? Some activity can help to promote other aspect and we can adapt to use in the future. But unfortunately, COVID took it away from us. COVID had been hard on all of us and getting used to a new of living those come with the challenge. Everyone affect their life, work, school, and how they interact with other. Um, Everything turned onto the virtual during the pandemic. You have to keep distancing with people. You have to isolate from coworker, friend, and family. Our daily life living, um, it totally changed, right? So I think it's quite a hard time. For example, in the past before COVID, during the thesis, we sorry during the thesis we are moving to living in act studio, right? We spend time with friends, we sharing some idea, and we share some idea with my friend. When you're feeling down, your friend come to you and support you and cheering you up. Compare during the COVID right now, you're sitting in front of the computer alone, and no one beside you to share the tough time. So have you ever checked your mental health or ask yourself? For me, I before the COVID, I plan to use a break time after graduate in a boss for find a new experience, right? But my plan is totally changed. I have a bit feel so lost and quite, and sometimes I can't sleep. Thinking a lot. I feel lost that moment. Um, what I need to do, what I want to do in the future, or what I plan to do. No matter how hard I tried, but at the end I still could not figure it out. So I took, uh, so it took me back to myself and talking with myself. Are you feeling okay? What is the best choice for you now? So I end up by, at the end I end up by apply the job. It's not the best choice, but I think if I didn't do anything, I don't waste, I won't waste my time lost, right? Uh, so if you have a chance to explore yourself, don't let yourself into a job that you don't like. Take your time and explore different options. But important thing, you have to ask yourself in everything you do. Are you okay? What are you doing right now? If you not just try a new way, um, let's try of work and please pursue what make you happy well as plan as you create career around it, right? So don't argue about your feeling. Um, okay, we come to 23 till 25 age. People might feel lost personally and uninspired during this period. Why? Why this is said to be some of the best time of our life? There is a lot of pressure on people at this age as well as struggle specific in this time in life. Being an architect is one of the most challenging and exciting. It can be a difficult and stressful. Moreover, you might think architect compared to be in a cost benefit analysis with other profession after college. Entry level salary have always been very meager and long hours are required. So it's not bad if you one day you feel what I'm doing here, what you have to work so hard, don't don't feel any words of compare with your power that you have to lose in the project or your work have to lose, right? You might feel lost again when you after work 3 or 4 months because it's quite a new experience as you didn't you expect to be like this. Will become a lot of responsibility, duty at the same time, especially when you were an architect. You have to have a lot of responsibility. It's be through a journey of experience and a lesson learned have to getting through step by step. I'm quite sure if you can pass this process, you will go far in this career. Have you so this all of the feeling this took me research why I'm feeling like that or everything happened in my mind. So I come up with Okay, it's a quarter life crisis. Have you ever heard about the quarter life crisis? Quarter life crisis is about the periods of uncertain threat and deep soul searching that many young people experience as they embark on the chapter in life. Transition can be overwhelming. It's not uncommon for those who they are 20 till 30 to encounter a quarter life crisis. Time of transition can lead to a prolonged state of limbo, resulting uncertainty, emotional pain, and questioning regarding what caused your quarter life crisis. So, how to sorry, quarter life crisis checklist. What if you have a symptom or something like that? You might get closer to about the quarter life crisis. A quarter life crisis is no more than most people realize. Here are just a few signs that you may be going through this experience. The first thing, you lack direction in your career or overall life purpose. Two, you have difficult making decision and you are struggle to figure out what's missing, and you will lack of motivation and you will struggle with fatigue state and anxiety depression, and you have some sense that tension between pushing your dream and setting down, and you worry a lot about your peer have everything figured out, and you may feel uh, getting left behind. For me, I think on the box that all that I bring to this experience. So how does quarter life crisis affect to your mental health? You might a quarter life crisis is an emotional like a roller coaster. You might feel a lot of things happen into your head. Happen it might to become a lot of feeling, panic, loss, stress, depressed, confusion, emotional worry, insomnia. Um, and all of these issues can lead to feeling of anxiety, fear, and instability, and existential crisis of who am I? So, how to deal with your quarter life crisis? The first thing you have to clarify. I become more clear about your really are, and you will be better able to decide what the best for you. Self-awareness helps us to figuring out what we are good at, where we should focus our time or energy so that we can enjoy our life. Two, aim, setting goal and define objective. Be really clear in your head. For example, if you want to start your uh, own firm, ask yourself what type of design you what type of design firm, what service you will be provide for the client, what the type of project you want to start with, residential or commercial, and next relax and sure. Don't put yourself too hard. Let the light have time to relax. If one day you fail, just start it again and again, and make sure you will never make the same mistake. And don't forget to empowerment yourself. Uh, the self empowerment is mean making a conscious decision to take a charge of your destiny. It involves make positive choice, taking action to advance and being confident in your ability to make a skilled decision. And how to deal checklist. Okay. The first thing, find yourself find yourself creating yourself into a person that you will be proud of it, and don't compare yourself to other, but compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, and don't waste your time by following the other path, and look back at your accomplishment, not your failure. Be proud of what you have done and accomplished, and don't be too large. Taking step by step, don't let yourself, but slowly but surely you will get there. Okay, and try new thing across yourself. Uh, don't be mean to yourself. It's okay to be not okay. Just open. Sorry. Love yourself and be proud everything you have done. And lastly, open up to someone you trust. Talking someone and share your story. It might help you a lot when you share story with someone. And okay, you always have a choice. Every day is a chance to change your life. Uh, it's a quote for me, right? I always ask myself why I had to working hard so hard. Like I serve myself into my company 24 hour 7 day per week. But at the end, you always have a choice. You always have your own choice. So just for yourself what you really want to do. And thank you, Pom.
Thank you so much ค่ะพี่แกง I
ขอบคุ
really
ณครับ
like the last one that you say be proud of yourself, be proud of what
Yeah,
you have. I really like it. And also another one that you mentioned about slowly and surely you will get there. That's really nice face.
yeah,
Right,
it's
so
true, it's true.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
And also like thanks for all the checklists you gave us. Definitely we will have to went through all of your checklists and recheck on ourselves.
yeah. Don't
Right,
forget
can
to
I
listen to yourself. Yeah,
yeah, right. Well, can I move on with the interview question? Just couple one.
yeah, sure.
Right, so for the first one, I would like to ask you, what is the difference between studying and working that affect your mental health?
Um, I think it's a big step when you overcome from school to be an official
Mhm.
officer.
Right.
It's a big
More pressure?
because more pressure, more
Yeah.
responsibility, as I said before. Um, everything is become more real. The client,
Yeah.
your boss, or everything you work, you have
Mm.
to more responsible with what you do, what you want to do. Um, a lot of things is so different from school to
Yeah.
compare with the office. So I think it's more pressure, and it's my sometimes it took just not just the mental health, it maybe affect to your physical health also.
Right. Right. But it's depend on how people take it as well.
Yeah, sure. Like
Right. Okay. So,
sometimes yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
all right. Sorry. All right. Okay. So next question is, does work-related stress have an impact on your physical health? Well, this question I think you already mentioned.
Yeah, obviously. Um, you know, architect is have to work so
Tough.
hard, and yeah,
Tough. Yeah.
it's tough. Yeah, and you sit in front of the computer at
Mm.
least I think 8 hours per day. You sit for a whole day, right? It's
Right.
obviously it's my effect. It's my back. It's
Yeah.
already
Right.
pains so much right now.
Well, you are not alone there. I guess our audience is like ready,
Yeah,
like to say that as well.
mm, yeah.
Well, so can you please give an example of a job or project that you believe has
Mm.
had the greatest influence on your mental health and why?
I think. I think nowadays most of the office or most of the architect, they when they decide, they concern about the well-being that include the mental health and physical health, right? So I
Yeah.
think for example, one of my office project, uh,
Yeah.
the name gym well-being. Gym well-being is about it. They create like a the hub for the in aging people, and they create they design by concern about the physical health and mental health that can help the aging people to be happy in their life.
Right. That's
So
really interesting.
yeah, I think it's really important that uh, in the future, if when you design something, you might concern about the mental and physical health for your client or your user a lot. I think it's
Right.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much again for all the answers toward my interview. And we really, really appreciate it. Appreciate your time for being here. And thank you, Kak Pikang.
Thank you, Pat, for your name.
Right. So I think for the next session, we will go to the Q&A time. Right, Pear?
Yeah, so if any of you have some question, please feel free to ask us and our guest. Okay, the first one come in. So Gravit is asking, is saying that I want to ask both guests about, you think how mental health affects to people in nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
Should I ask answer first?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what? Let me repeat the question. Do you think how mental health affect to people nowadays? I think definitely yes, because like after the COVID that Gang mentioned, we isolate a lot, and I think isolate killed like me mentally, like especially who have mental health illness, because like we don't have a time to socialize. So how we perceive the world is like social media, right? So I think in social media we got a lot of like expectation of like how life could be, like traveling a lot or uh, have a lot of flex culture, which is like we have Gucci bag and stuff, and we start to comparing ourselves with someone online, and it's affect a lot in mental health because like you feel like you don't have a good life because you don't have like you have high expectation in your life. Yeah, I think uh, let me get it this way. I would like to say that uh, everybody can have that your own path of living life. I think if we can personal like we can socialize more, it will be better on your mental health because like you know what people actually is in real life, not in social media. Yeah, but now we only perceive world in social media. Yeah, I think that's really affecting. What about you, Gang?
Oh, well. Actually, I totally agree with your answer. Right. I think mental health is affect to people in nowadays, mm, especially right. Our daily life is totally changed compared before the COVID, and sometimes you might feel um, a bit routine because you have to work from home. You're studying at home, right?
Yeah.
You have no one to talk with your when you're feeling down because you're stuck with right at the circle of room, the no the square room.
Mm.
So I think it's people nowadays easily to get the feeling bad uh, effect from the mental health issue.
Home syndrome instead of office syndrome.
Yeah, yeah, it can be. Um, yeah, I think it can affect to the people. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really agree with you too. Like for the answer, like social media is really affect our mental health in people nowadays, and also the COVID that you have to like stay in a place and not going out, travel and find some entertainment to yourself. It's really impact people. And I like the advice from Peter that like having your own path is really important. Yeah, thank you.
Right, yeah, and there's another question asking both of you guys again about what is the connection between art and mental health from you guys' perspective? Can Pican go first for this question?
You mean art is art about the aesthetic
Right, art, general art doesn't have to.
general art?
Mm,
Oh well, I think art is can help a lot, especially when we studying about the art, the architect, including art. It might let our life express some feeling through the art,
mm,
right? Yeah,
that's
my
true.
it help. I think for me, I think it help a lot when you express the feeling through something. Don't keep in your mind, and
Mm.
I think art is, yeah, it's important
Well,
about
do
it.
you also
It's
express your
more
feeling? Do you also express your feeling toward your architect project since you are
sometimes
landscape architect?
sometimes yeah. Uh, when I were the student, I do, but
Yeah.
in the office, it's not allow me to totally express.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
like as a
yeah.
student, we are allowed to um how do you
Go
say like
crazy.
yeah
Go for
on
it.
the
Yeah.
design
Right.
more than like in the work field.
Mm.
Yeah, what about Peter?
About topic of art, because like I'm working as a designer and like art related, I think it's
Mm.
really like it's have a lot of strong connection with two topics together. Because like
Mm.
art is so subjective. It's like
Mm.
how you perceive it. It's not how. And I feel like when you create work with art, you're gonna have a feeling that, oh, like, is that beautiful, is that not beautiful, because you couldn't tell, like, because like beauty it's in your like someone eye of beholder. So I think in other perspective, like I agree with gang, but it's also affect like in the bad way, because uh,
Mm.
when you produce art, maybe you can uh, have some doubt, like is your
Mm.
art it's good, or it's your art it's like good enough, something like that, like lead feeling that you never be good enough, something like that. Yeah, when you do like art as a professional, yeah, sometimes that have effect your directly to your mental health, because like it's so subjective and it's so broad that you couldn't find like the core of it. Yeah,
Mm.
so I would say that you art is important to like our everyday life, and it's important for your mental health, because like if you like go to museum and stuff, you're gonna be like more relaxed and stuff. If you take
Right,
art,
that's true.
that's it.
Actually, I think art is relevant our daily life. You can see art in everywhere, by you know your your iPad, your case, your everything is
Right, true,
because of
true,
art.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Entertainment and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
it's
okay,
relevant.
thank you so much for sharing your perspective with us and our audience. Thank you, both of you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
having.
you so much. Yeah, right. So you guys can have a rest. Well, so that talk today is really helpful with our mindset. The influence of
Yes.
art on mental health is quite important, I believe so. There's a direct connection of mind and creativity.
Yeah, and also like the consequences and be alarming as we are just discussed with Pikang and Peter is like really important.
Right. So, Per, today was such a great day that both of our guests have us an honor for hosting them here and that they have shared so much with us. I'm really honored.
Yeah. So I hope that all these experiences they share with us will be helpful for our friend and the audience that's listening, and because it's really helpful for me, and like I really have to think about it tonight.
Definitely. So, thank you guys, our audience, for joining our seminar today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.